Hello, my name is Osei, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to use the Damn Vulnerable Web application to practice ethical hacking and forensic analysis. So, once you log into the Damn application, you can see a lot of attacks like the brute force, command injection, file inclusion, file upload, SQL injection, and others. Okay, so these are some of the attacks that can be launched to a web application or a website. Now, let's look at them one after the other. So, brute force is used to guess for passwords and usernames. And command injection is used to run multiple commands that behave as a single command. There is another one that I'm going to consider, which is the file inclusion. So, as the name suggests, you are including a file. So, you create your own file on the system, or you access some files with sensitive data in it on the site. There's another one that I'll consider here, which is the XSS DOM SS reflected and the one with the stored. Now these three are called cross-site scripting, and they are used to run malicious scripts on the site. But you can see here the last one is stored. So this one is going to store the script on the server. It is going to save it. Okay. Now, after you have used this to launch your attacks to practice your ethical hacking, it is time for me to do some forensic analysis. So, as we all know, forensic is used to gather some information or evidence of what has happened on the system. Okay, so now let's go to the server and see what will happen on the server after using these attacks. Now on the server, if you want to see what has happened on the server, you have to access the log files. And here, the command that I used is tail, and tail will search for all the details. So tail /var/log/apache 2/access log. So I am looking at the access log, and here you can see all the attacks. Okay, so now we are going to look at these attacks to gather information or to get evidence of what has happened or the attacks on the system. Now, looking at the logs, you may see the IP address and also the date and the time, but this date is the date that I searched for the log files. Now there are some specific information here that will help us to know whatever has happened on the server. The first one is the method, the HTTP method that they used. So you can see here the method is get, and you may see others. Oh, they are all get. Good. There is another one here which is post. So this is one information that we can gather, the method that they used. And the get is used on a browser. Both of them are used on browser, but the get will just send a request to the server to receive to receive to receive something from the server, and it will not update anything, or it will not change any, it will not create anything on the server. But for the post, it is going to create or update the existing resources. So that is the first one that we can get. After that, you may see here HTTP slash 1.1 and 200. Now, this code means successful. So there was something that was successful on the server. So whatever they were requesting from the server was successful. Then there is another one, another code. Let's see. Let me go. Okay, so you can also see here the HTTP. Here the code is HTTP slash 1.1 and 302. Now 302 means found. It means they used a URL on the browser and there was a change in the URL. So they changed something in the link to access something on the server. Now, okay, so that is another information. Then the next one is the 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 operating system that they are using. So you can see here Windows, and the architecture is 64-bit. And you can also see here Apple WebKit, and this Apple WebKit is web rendering uh, server. Sorry. So this one is used for Apple devices or BlackBerry, and you can also see here KHTML. This is the engine that is used by Chrome and Safari, and it shows the kind of browser that they use. And you can see here Chrome and also Safari, but this attack is coming from the Safari. So this is another information that you can get, the kind of browser that they used for the attack. After that, you can also see here, let's go to this one. You can see the type of attack. Which type of attack is that? You can see XSS. XSS, which means a cross-site scripting. And you will see here what is in the script. And here, what was in the script was ethical hacking. Ethical hacking. This is ethical hacking. So there's no malicious script here. So that is one of the information that you can get to. Okay. So after gathering all this information, what can we do to protect our server? Or what can we do to prevent these attacks? Now, brute force, as it is used to guess for password, the only thing that we should do is to create a strong password. Then this, for the command injection, you have to use a safer platform API, and also use a strong input validation. So you can validate that all the input are numbers. Also, for the file inclusion, you can use input validation too. Now, let's go to the cross-site scripting. For that one, you can sanitize untrusted data and also handle user inputs well. And if you do that, it will help you to prevent these attacks on your server. Thank you.